being a nut.
I was upset. I will say that, but you got to put yourself in the situation, even as a female. Okay, say say the man is there, and he's took your phone and your
You
keys.
know what, Country? I understand because when my husband and we've been together for 20 years, but when I'm 12 years older than my husband. So when I met him, he was 21 years old. Not even 21. He was turning 21.
I'm in
And
the cradle.
I used to, yeah. So I've literally been with my husband for half his life. But when he was younger, I'm not making excuses for him. I don't have it but this is how my experience. When he was younger, I would run my mouth. When we would fight, I would run my mouth and run my mouth. That I would get him to the point where he would put a hole in my wall. He would, there was always something being broken.
Right.
Because he would run his mouth so much. He would never put his hands on me. But one day my father heard, because I would complain to my mom, and my mom would tell him, Heather and David are fighting. He put a hole in the wall. He broke a TV. He did such and such. My dad looked at my mother and said, you know what? If Heather runs her mouth the way she does, she's lucky he's not punching her. She's lucky he's putting a hole in the wall because Heather's pushing him to that limit. Heather's making him do that. And now I've learned in the 20 years, I can run my mouth, but I know when to stop because I know I can see it in his face. Oh, I better shut my mouth because something's going to happen. He's not that person anymore because he's an adult now. He's grown up. He's 40 years old. We don't fight like that anymore. Obviously, he was young. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's, but a woman knows how to push a man's buttons. A woman knows what to say, what to do to get to a man to make him to that point. She knows. We're not stupid. And if we're adults, we know what we're doing. We were taught wrong from right. We know what to do and what not to do. And if we're doing that, I'm not putting up for abusing a woman, but if a woman's going to get a man to that point, she deserves to be put in her place. She really fucking does. And people can come at me all they want, but I'm saying it from a woman's point of view. Right. If I push my husband to that point, I deserve a little bit of backlash because I pushed him to that point. Well, I've made him that angry.
Heather, Pam, Heather, both of you guys, do you not think that if I would have done something really severe to her or she had an injury, that those three cops there wouldn't have, regardless of her statement or mine, they would have said, buddy, you're going with us?
Oh, absolutely. I know they would.
Exactly.
So let's just figure that out real quick. So, and then also they could tell that she was hammered. She had drank a bottle of wine, bro, in an hour's time, and she's not a big person. A whole bottle. And then put the bottle upside my head. Took my keys, took my phone. Luckily, the cops came, and that's the only way I got it back so I could sleep in my car and have a key to turn the car on. I mean, they don't get all that, though. That don't matter. It shouldn't matter. I could have walked away barefooted in underwear with no keys and no phone and nothing, just hit my happy merry way to get another room while she's got all my stuff and I'm afraid to go in there, afraid of getting beat on some more. I don't get it.
And it's a malicious person. It had to have been maliciously done because who takes the time when you're fighting to film the fucking fight? I'm sorry, I know you don't like the word.
You're okay. It's a little different circumstance. So I appreciate you saying that because that is very true. If that's the case, and why wouldn't you use your phone?
As a woman, and I'm fighting with my husband, I'm not going to take the time to film his ass. If I'm going to call 911 on him, I'm going to call 911, and I'm going to stay away because he's trying to hurt me. I'm not going to sit there and film him and keep antagonizing him so I can get more. I'm not going to do that. That's just, she did it maliciously. That shows you, and if anybody, people are not smart on TikTok. They don't think. They don't use their brains. They sit on their brains, apparently. Because why are you filming it? You're doing it on purpose. You're trying to get it so you can get ammo against this man so you can go because you don't like something he's done. Yep. Think about it. I'm not going to sit there and film something. You weren't filming it. You weren't filming her kicking your door in. Or whatever she was doing. You weren't filming any of that because you weren't doing it to get.
Hold up for a second, Heather. Chris, bro, if it's making your head hurt, son, there is another place where you can be besides here, and I'm going to help you with that, okay? I'm going to put you in the good boy section. I'm going to exit you from there so you don't have to worry about your head hurting. So thank you, Chris. Okay, Heather, what were you saying?
I don't, anybody who has any common sense is not going to say, oh, you know what? Yep, he's the bad person. You're going to think, why is she filming this? Why was she filming this fight? Because she wanted this to happen. She wanted to get you to that point so that she could come and take it to, because you've told me all this stuff about how she was asking you about who that your haters were and all this. She did this on purpose. This woman did this on purpose.
Yep. Yep. I appreciate you observing that and saying that, because here's the thing, like you said it a minute ago. Why, if you're that scared and I'm that bad, why was she using her phone to video and not using it for the 911?
Exactly. If she was so scared of you that you were going to hurt her, my ass would have been calling 911. I would have not been sitting there filming you. Like that's, and if it was, and if you were doing it, if you were about, you would have been, why didn't you, didn't you take it the video while you guys were fighting? Because you weren't thinking of that way. You weren't thinking of it like that.
Well, hey, Heather, do you remember me saying I didn't have a phone? She took my phone.
Yes.
She had my phone and my keys. I couldn't film nothing. That's why I was going at her to try to get it back. And that's why it sounded like I was strangling her, but I wasn't. She was playing that up for the video, bro.
Exactly.
Think
She
about that.
did this on purpose. She did not like, you said how she didn't like you on TikTok. So she did this on purpose. It was all a plan of hers.
Well, I appreciate you, seeing that, because that is the truth. I mean, I can't sit here and say something that I've not done. I can't add something to it.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember this has been last year. This was last year. A lot's happened in my life since then. I'm old. I'm 47 years old. I can't remember from day to day what I did. Leave alone.
You're not old.
Well, you know what I mean? Leave alone what somebody did, a deal that I thought was
your life.
exactly.
It happened.
And you know what? I let her back in my life, and I shouldn't have, Heather. I shouldn't have let her back in my life after that deal last year. But I thought, you know what? I'm a chance-giving guy. And everybody says, and here's the thing. Every time she comes my way, she either drives herself over here with her car that's tagged illegally since 2020. I mean, she's a risk to society, honestly. She's a risk.
Why did she get a ticket? Like, why hasn't anybody said, oh, wait, this girl don't have, like, the cops must be slacking. What are they doing? Sleeping? Because
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And
It's crazy.
furthermore, if you did this last year to her, why did she come back? So she could do it again? So she could get more ammo? Because if a man tries to choke me out and ask me if I'm not going to go back there. I'm definitely not.
Hey, the women on the other side are saying that's just what women do. Like KD, I mean, I don't dislike KD, but she was judging on me too. I went in there live and she had all the thugs over there. She hangs with all the thugs like Dopus and MILF and Boozy, all these thugs. She had them in her live and they were all attacking on me. And she was only seeing the woman's side. She said, you could have did this and you could, and me and KD, I thought we were friends, but they have convinced her over there. And I don't know if you know KD or not. KD XOXOXO.
No, I don't.
She's live a lot, and I'm not bashing her. I don't dislike her. I just don't feel like that she was, in the right mindset to see what's really going on. She just went with a narrative, and she just want to see me as a bad man.
Because we all want to be, women are like, I just want to be a woman's woman. I want to do this. You can't always take a woman's side. You can't, you have to look at everything. You have to, you can't just say, oh, he was wrong. You have to see what she did. And as I see what she's done, I can see it. She pushed you and then she filmed it. Like I said, why is she filming you if she feels so much in danger? Call the cops. The cops will determine it. The cops will take care of it. They'll see the marks. They'll see this. They'll see that. And it can't be, oh, well, they would have taken his side. No, because I know somebody that had an argument and it was her home and they argued and the cops made her leave, put her in jail and told her, you can't go back to your home. So they're not going to always take the one person's side.
Right. Well, and that's true. And in this case, like I said, the cops came to the hotel. They came. I was talked to three of them outside. One of them talked to her separately. And their conclusion was, hey, if we leave, can y'all just be peaceful? And I'm like, man, I'm out here. I'm going to sleep in my car. I don't want nothing to do with any of this. I have been assaulted, insulted, attacked, my stuff taken. And now I'm out here talking to you fellas.
Yeah.
And I'm coming over here a beach vacation for 2 daggone days, and it's cost me $600 just to get here, just to show up here today. And now I've got this woman that didn't contribute nothing but drank the whole bottle of wine and went upside my head, and now I'm over here looking like a bad man. I just don't know how you justify that on the other side of things. I just don't get it. I won't ever invite her to go on a trip with me again. I invited her. I took her. I drove her. I provided for her. I offered her opportunity that she don't get. Nobody else offered to take her to the beach. I ain't heard her talk about one man that she's been with that has offered her a beach trip to pay for it. But I guess I know why. She must have a history.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is crazy. I mean, it's okay though. Those guys have been looking for a way to